I'm glad you mentioned that war and profit go together, and that the Democrats and Republicans are both parties of war. And if you really want to create safety for the American people, which I'm sure you're for, Michael, you will support spending money on the infrastructure of the society. Right now, we have a choice.
Well, what do you mean? You mean night basketball?
Excuse me?
You mean night basketball? What do you mean by the infrastructure?
Our roads, our schools, our hospitals, our bridges.
Oh, sure I want the roads fixed. But instead of fixing the roads, what they're doing is spending money on housing and education and medication for illegal aliens. Where do you think the money's going? Why do you think the roads are broken? There's not enough taxes in California? You'd like to pay more tax? I pay 11% tax in the state of California. 11% off the top of my income goes to the state, and I have broken roads and highways. Why is that, Steve? Where's the money going?
The money is going for bureaucracy and war. Like you said, the Democrats and Republicans are all about profit.
I understand that. I understand that completely, that there's total corruption in the contracting end of the Iraq war. You and I wouldn't argue about that. But you're not going to sit in denial and say that Ahmadinejad has not threatened the West and Israel, are you?
Of course he did. But the mullahs are the ones in control. He's not. He's not liked by the Iranian people. The Iranian people love Americans. Have you ever...
But we said this, so we said the same thing, but they've been hijacked by Ahmadinejad and the mullahs. So what do you do with a man like him? You let him develop a nuclear weapon, Steve?
Excuse me?
You let him develop a nuclear weapon?
The NIE reports in December, if you believe the NIE reports, which, you know, I suppose you probably do.
No, I don't. That NIE report came out of the blue. Because 2 weeks before, we were told that Iran was very close to a nuclear weapon. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, comes this NIE report which says Iran is several years away from a nuclear weapon. Well, what do you make about the Iranian missile tests yesterday, Steve? Weren't they worrisome even to you? You know that one missile, even with a non-nuclear warhead can ruin your entire neighborhood?
Which country has nuclear weapons, Michael, in the Middle East? Which country?
Israel.
Right.
And thank God it does, or it wouldn't exist.
They've had it since
Would you like Israel to destroy its nuclear weapons, Steve? Is that the solution?
Look, I'm a Jewish American.
Of course you are. Of course you are, Steve. And you're a lovey-dovey Jewish American who wants peace and doves everywhere. And you think that if only nasty Zionism went away, the world would be safe for you. Don't you think that, Steve?
Do you think Israel would...
You think that Israel's the reason that the Muslims have killed the Hindus in Bombay? Or Mumbai, if you want to call it that. Is that why they blew up a train station in Bombay 2 years ago? It's because of Israel? Is that why the Muslims did it? Do you think that's why they're killing Indians over Kashmir, over Israel, Steve? Are you that far gone?
Let me ask you this question.
No, don't ask me any questions. Don't play Talmudic rabbi with me, Buster. Let me ask you a question. Answer my question. Is that why the Muslims set off bombs in Mumbai? Was it because of Zionism?
I have no idea.
Oh, suddenly you're a dummy. You knew everything 2 minutes ago. Suddenly you have no idea? What do you mean you have no idea? You're an intelligent man. You knew everything about the war machine. Why would the Muslims have set off bombs in India? What reason?
I've been to India.
Don't tell me about you've been in India. I don't care how many saris you wore. Why did the Muslims set off bombs in Bombay 2 years ago? Why are they killing Indians over Kashmir? Why are the Muslims on the warpath in the southern Philippines? Do you have any answers to these questions, Steve? You must have an answer.
They're having internal problems of their own, like we're having them right now here in the United States.
Well, you know, you really are far gone, Steve. I don't believe it's a mental illness with you. I believe it's stupidity, plain and simple stupidity. Thanks for the call. And with a stupid man, I will not have a discussion. So if Israel didn't have nuclear weapons, there'd be no threat. Then I bring up Muslims killing Indians, that is Hindus, in Bombay. I ask him why. He says he has no idea. Do you really believe he has no idea? Or he didn't want to answer the obvious question with an obvious answer? Why couldn't he answer that question? Why are Muslims killing Catholics in the Philippines? No idea. Why are Muslims killing Indians over Kashmir? No idea. No idea. He has no idea, but he knows everything about how bad America is. He knows everything about how bad Zionism is. That is a brainwashed liberal. Don't you understand this? Now go on, please, George. Back to sleep. Safe from pain and truth and choice. Ever